Alright, hey viewers, this is Watch Me SC, and it is time, finally, for a League of Legends commentary. It's been like 2 weeks, and I'm giving you another Vladimir commentary. Yeah, that's right. Just 'cause, I've just been playing them, so I might as well just make commentary. I figure you guys would rather have a commentary about Vladimir, even though I've already done one, than nothing. Everyone's been like, where's the commentary? So I'm like, oh, I've been lazy, combined with, a new girlfriend and working a lot of shifts, like almost every day a double, which is like 8 or 9 hours. So I've been pretty tired. I haven't even been playing that much League of Legends, and I'm gonna try to upload this today. Today being Friday, I'm gonna try to upload it tonight, so it should be up in like Saturday morning. And there's probably not gonna be a podcast this week. Um, I don't know. Quill's out of town, so and he hasn't been answering his emails because somewhere around there, somewhere in something, I think it was our podcast together that you guys haven't heard yet because been having upload problems, which need him to get fixed. But anyway, that's why the podcast isn't here. Podcast number 2 is done, and it's got info on Galio and stuff like that. It's a pretty good podcast, I'd like to think, but it's just sitting around on my computer waiting to freaking render. It's gonna try to render it tonight. It's rendering with Sony Vegas, which is the problem I had with the Borderlands videos, for those of you who were around for that. And here we are fighting against Mordekaiser and Jax. This is a live commentary for those of you who are unfamiliar. And we got someone in the brush over here that should be gone. Okay, so yeah, MIA on the bot there. Jax looks like he's going a little bit gangplank top, and Nivea up in the middle. Here comes Katarina, giving the old switcheroony with Jax, I believe, probably is what's going on. So, back to information about me, which is the most important shit that we need to talk about here. So I haven't been uploading much content recently. I'm gonna try to get my act together here, but sometimes I get lazy. Sometimes the motherfucker gets lazy. What can I say? If you don't know my Vladimir build yet, you should go check out my other 2 videos. I'm not gonna link to them because just fucking find them. It's not a maze. It's YouTube. So they're entitled Vladimir commentary. Big surprise. Um, yeah. Basically, I focus on Q and get W as my backup skill. Finally focusing on E late in the game. Or not focusing on E, but leveling up E starting at level 13. And I have cooldown runes. I'll talk about my runes. I have cooldown runes, block, chance to block runes. What else do I have? Move speed, and what's the other one? It's pretty awesome too. Oh, fuck, I can't remember. It's got move speed, dodge. What else do I have? Move speed, dodge, cooldown, and I can't remember the last one, but it's the same runes I always been using. And if you want, you just go check my profile and see what they are. So I really like Vladimir. I've been using him a lot recently. I'm starting to really understand his boundaries, I think. But he does have boundaries. But he is a really strong champion. I don't think he's OP. I don't know if I'd go that far. But he definitely is a versatile champion. He doesn't have any crowd control. That's really good, though. So, he has the area of effect slow, which is definitely useful, and it helps him dodge attacks. And if you're good with it, you can dodge attacks with it and stuff. But alright, so now we get another lane switch here. Doesn't look like they want anything to do with this. Nivea's recently been reborn, so I'm going to go ahead and pop one of my potions. The reason I go boots first is actually very specific. It's because I have the move speed runes. Without the move speed runes, it's actually slightly ineffective to go boots first. I think something like Doran's Shield is probably better. But when you have the move speed runes, I think it's quite useful. And now Mordekaiser's going to come in here. I'm just going to use my pool to try to soak up as much as I can. And avoid Nivea's blast there. Trying to get as many last hits as I can using my Q and my auto attack. Yeah. Oh, that hurt. That burned a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop a potion. I usually just carry the 3 potions. On a map like Twisted Treeline, you can go ahead and pick up 1 potion, a pair of boots, and a vision ward. It's quite effective on a map like Twisted Treeline. So I just wanted to point that out. I don't play Twisted Treeline very often, but whenever I go a champion like this, or Kennen, Akali, a champion that can go boots first without needing some sort of mono regen or something like that, then boots first is pretty effective. Because it gives you, I mean, I've talked about this with people in real life before, but boots just gives you such a tangible advantage early on. I mean, mono regen, great, awesome. I mean, you can definitely notice it, but the difference between move speed is so noticeable when you're chasing or escaping that it's just like unbelievable. I think it's a much more tangible difference. And one thing you want to keep an eye on as when playing as Vlad is your level 6. Right when you hit level 6, you want to have your hand on that R key and hit the Alt R and just, start breaking out. And if you notice there, I got a couple dodge runes. A couple dodges there from my runes. Don't want to take a hit from Mord there. We're missing out on some experience though, pushing so far away. So you want to try to avoid that as much as possible. You want to stay in range of your experience. I mean, although we pushed them out of the range, not many of our creep died after they were out of range, whereas a few of their creep did die. So going after Mordekaiser now. And my Q is not gonna be up. Oh, not enough. Not enough. So I'm gonna pop my potion here. I was just short on damage there because, yeah, just because it's just what happens. My Q is not that great early on. You gotta wait till like level 9 or so is when he becomes extremely powerful. Okay, he's got his egg up now, so we need to be careful about that. I do have my pool, but there's one bot MIA. I want to avoid taking a blast from his Q because that's quite not enjoyable. AKA, don't shoot me in the face with your giant ice fucking jizz. Don't ice jizz on me. Alright, so I'm just going to use that chance to push him back, slide him out, and get some damage on the creep while I feel relatively safe. You don't want to abuse the W early on because the cooldown is quite long, and a good player can take advantage of it. It's happened to me a few times where they timed it right after I used my W, and yeah, that is also quite not enjoyable. Oh, I didn't even see that one. I've been having some weird lag spikes recently. Like, I would just straight up just like start lagging randomly, and my whole internet would shut down. I was like, oh, okay then, that's pretty fucking awesome. So I do want to apologize that there's no podcast this week and that it's taken so long for me to get this podcast out as it is. But, I mean, you guys, I've said it before, I'll say it again, you get what you pay for around here, and that's nothing. So I give you guys as much as I can. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to kill Mord here. He's one hardy man, and I only have boots right now. I don't like to go back with anything short of 1350. And I'm gonna get him with the slow now while he's got the extra damage on him. And get the kill there on him. We're not gonna be able to press Anivia back though. And I don't feel comfortable with this low of health. Top is MIA as well, so I want to keep an eye on that. And one more level and I'm going to be able to max out my Q, which is going to put me into basically overdrive. Nivea, you bitch. Just trying to kill you. So now with 2100 gold, I think it's just about time to go back to get some items. And I like to get Spirit Visage. This is my new build that I've been working on. Whether or not you guys agree with it, I've heard some people who definitely do not agree with it. It's Tank Vladimir for those of you who want it spoiled. If you don't want it spoiled, go back in time and pause the video and fast forward it for like 5 seconds, and then you won't know what build I'm going. But I like to get Spirit Visage and a bunch of other tank items that don't seem good but work out well. And taking a drink of my Mountain Dew. Where the fuck did mid go? I'm also gonna try to pick up this buff. I don't know if it's gonna 3,000. I'm not at level 9 yet. It's gonna take too long. Mid is also MIA. And one thing to note with this Vladimir build is farming is difficult until you get E, but it's still imperative, in my opinion, to focus on the 2 skills Q and W in that order, because it's just the best use of his abilities, in my opinion. I mean, the E ability has its place, but I don't think it's early on, and Gangplank can't take too many more shots like that. Almost level 9 here. Taking a parlay, but I'm not worried about that. I got an ignite off on her, but I don't think that's gonna put her down. Even if it does, I believe she still has her egg. And trying to get my Q off there. And just try to lure him out here and grab a... Oh, you bastard. Oh no. You got a crit there, so that's slightly annoying. And if you're good and you know ranges of your opponents and a lot of other timings and stuff like that, I mean, you don't have to be amazing to do it, but you can dodge a lot of things with the pool. Certain things you can't dodge, like if a tower shot locks onto you and then you go into pool, you're still going to get hit. One thing I saw Noob Vladimir do the other day was get drained by a Fiddle. Fiddle's drain when it's targeting you and you go into pool, it still stays on. So that's quite important to know. There's Gang. When he doesn't hit the crit,